Welcome back to Wild Biz Weekly. I'm Lynn Hinderaker, and you are on wildbiztv.com. You're looking at a production, a content concept that is unique not only in Omaha, Nebraska, where we serve the entire local Omaha business community, but on the entire internet. Nobody is doing anything quite like this, and it couldn't be happening, by the way, without the cooperation and the steady support of Creighton University and their business school, all their students, all the people that are working over there for Dean Tony Hendrickson. So how about it for one more time for Creighton University and their assistants right here, ladies and gentlemen, please. That's right. They deserve all of that and more. All right, we've got some great guests today, and this first guest, I got to tell you, everybody knows Bob Mancuso Jr. He actually is an alumni of Creighton University and their business school. His family has put together Mid-American Expositions. I don't know how many years they've been putting on trade show after trade show and convention and conference down at the CenturyLink all over the state of Nebraska. He's got lots, and a special conference, a special trade show is coming up here in the spring of 2013 here in Omaha. Please welcome my friend, Mr. Bob Mancuso Jr. right here. Hey. Good to see you, man.
Great to see you.
You bet. No, great to see you. Looking sharp today.
You too.
Hey,
you too.
You know, how many a year? How many trade shows and events? I can't even count them, Bob. How many do you put on every year?
Well, we do roughly about 10 to 15 events a year.
10 to 15.
We have, many of them are annual events that are traditions.
Yes.
And especially right here in Omaha, Nebraska, people look forward to them each year.
Yes, absolutely. And you see some of the same faces, but you're always marketing and promoting and getting new faces in there?
Absolutely. Our dad started our company back 47 years ago, 1964.
Man. And how's he doing?
He's still alive. He's doing great. He's 79.
Oh, man.
And some of the original shows, which three of them are the annual Spring Home Show, is in February, Home and Garden Expo, Lawn, Flower, and Patio Show.
Right.
We just had the 47th annual. We have the Farm Show.
So that's one of the first ones then,
yes,
right?
That's
been going on
for the first events, all 47 years.
Wow.
We have the Triumph of Agriculture Farm and Ranch Machinery Show next week in March 6 and 7, which is
out in Grand Island?
That is right here in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, it is? Okay.
At the CenturyLink Center. One of the largest events in Omaha. People don't realize, there's really a lot of agribusiness in Omaha.
Yeah.
Now we're in farm country around us.
It shouldn't surprise us.
But it is a lot of agribusiness, and it's a great show for the Midwest.
Yeah.
We bring a lot of 5-7 state area. A lot of the farmers and ranchers come right here to Omaha, Nebraska to see that show.
Absolutely.
Another show that's one of the 47th annuals, was one of the first shows, is the Omaha Product Show for Business and Industry.
Right.
That's in September, and that comes up this year in September.
Has kind of a manufacturing distribution spin and so on.
And business to business nowadays is all part of that because, service industry has continued to grow over the last, 10 and 15 years.
Yeah, it really has. Now, I want to talk about this new show. You got a show coming up in April, and I think it represents and mirrors how society is changing. The zeitgeist, shall we say, of America today is focused on wellness and fitness. Tell us a little bit about this upcoming show, because I want to dig into this subject.
Absolutely. This is a great show. I really enjoy this show. It's the 6th annual Omaha Health, Wellness, and Fitness Expo.
Okay.
A little tagline on it is it's the Mind, Body, Spirit Fair.
There we go.
It's really all about holistic, natural approaches to health, how to be healthy, how to live longer, live better.
Quality of life.
Quality of life. That's all part of it.
Now, did you hear Maria Whitaker Bishop earlier in the show?
She did a tremendous job, and that would be a great fit for that show because she's into the natural, creative, and living well as you continue to age.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about some of the vendors. Let's just rip them off because I think it'd be so interesting. Some of them are what you would expect, right? There's going to be some doctors there. There's going to be some chiropractors, foot people, the podiatrists, and doing interesting things with shoes and so on. What else, though? What are some of the cutting-edge, bleeding-edge vendors and exhibitors in the category?
Right. Well, you're going to have some companies like No Name Nutrition Markets, which is looking at natural ways to heal yourself or to help you be better, live longer. In case you have an ailment or something's not working, they're going to help you do a natural way to do it with No Name Nutrition Markets right here in Omaha.
I only got 2 words to say when you mention them. Boomers and vitamins, okay? I mean, that is huge.
Well, definitely, and that's a growth area for a lot of people. What can you take naturally that might help you, especially some of the herbal aspects. One of our featured speakers this year, she's from Montana, Ellen Bench.
Okay.
She's a homeopath, so she's looking at those natural herbal remedies to help you. And she's a master clinician from Montana. She's one of the featured speakers this year at the Omaha Health Expo.
That's exciting. I would love to hear her. Who else? What other people are working into this thing?
Absolutely. Some of the other features, Calvin Jones, former Nebraska football star, professional NFL player.
Yeah.
He's the kickoff on the Saturday. The show is April 13th and 14th,
Okay.
right at the CenturyLink Center.
Okay.
So coming up here in about a month or so.
Right
And
in the
Calvin
middle of the
Jones
month,
will
right.
talk about his aspect towards health and wellness. A recent friend of his, Ken Clark, that played football in Nebraska, passed away with a sudden heart attack about a week or so ago.
You're kidding
And so
me.
he's working with some heart people because they want to spread the news out there that a lot of males especially need to get checkups and to have their heart, looked at because they don't want to get surprised with, maybe there was blockage or those kind of things.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So
Well,
he's one of the featured speakers as a kickoff. Calvin Jones, he's also going to be working with Joel Makovica and Eric Crouch, former Heisman winner. They'll be there at the kickoff. They'll be doing signings.
Yeah.
We also have...
Now, Joel Makovica, he's in the rehab business himself.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
That's kind of a
Makovica, physical therapy,
Yes.
and does a great job. Supports a lot of the different shows we do,
Okay.
and gets involved with them.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Another featured speaker is Psychic Andy. I just mentioned this one because it's very interesting. Today's world, a lot of people are into a little bit of that realm that's out there a little bit.
Absolutely.
And can it help them? So he's on Q98.5 radio station. He's one of the featured speakers. He draws a great crowd.
Why don't you get Psychic Andy to join us here at Wild Biz Week? We'll ask him some
Absolutely.
business and strategic questions, some economic development concerns. We'll get Mark Norman over here. I'm sure he would take to Psychic Andy
Yes.
just like that.
He can tell us, if we're on the right track. If Wild Biz Weekly's heading the right way, and he'll say, hey, you're looking good.
It's all about intention and your imagination, right?
Absolutely.
And how they fuse with
Yes.
intuition. Right. You want to
So-
go down that road, or should we get back to the event?
We can go talk about the event. Just a couple other side features, too. We have the Walk for Alzheimer's as part of the event on the Saturday. It's a kickoff event, but the proceeds go to the Alzheimer's Association.
Okay,
So as
beautiful.
people are aging, too, the boomer population, they're growing, they're living longer.
Yes.
Some of those kind of things are starting to become, people see it more often. Their parents or
Right,
they
right,
themselves
right.
are getting Alzheimer's. So we think it's a great cause. Part of the show also is the Senior Living Expo. So there's a whole separate area on senior living,
Now, that'll be huge.
places to live,
There's-
retirement homes, retirement centers,
Oh, yeah.
all those different aspects.
Because, when you get into that, you don't just want to just decay. I mean, the concept is how can we keep mom and dad vital and alive and,
Yes.
doing things and movement, just the notion of that. Very important. So it does fit naturally.
Oh yes, and when we're on Earth here, we all believe we want to live well and be happy and enjoy life. It's short.
Right.
There's so many times we get that comes up. So as we age, we hope when we're 99 and 100, right, that we're healthy, we can walk and enjoy life. And
I'm assuming that.
Maybe play some tennis. Some of those kind of things.
I'd like to play tennis with you when you're about 90, 95. What do you think? You and I can make
I'm
it.
in for it.
Let's make a date.
I'm in for it.
All right.
Oh, hey, one last thing before we go.
All right.
I wanted to mention on the Sunday is the bike ride. The Omaha Health Expo bike ride. It's the 6th annual. There's been over 400 to 500 on that bike ride. We hope to continue to grow that.
That's
We're
big.
adding the 1st annual Omaha Biathlon as part of the Omaha Health Expo. So it's a way to create interest. People get excited, get healthy, be active, and then come on into the show, and it has free admission again.
Boy, the Mancuso family knows how to promote and build and expand, don't you? That's amazing. You and your brother over there, Mark, with you as well?
Absolutely. Our two brothers, Joe and Mike,
Oh,
are
that's
both
right.
with us. So
say hi to Joe for
I
me.
will.
I enjoyed meeting him. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Bob Mancuso Jr., right here, ladies and gentlemen. Mid-America Exposition. We'll be right back with Wild Biz Weekly. Great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lynn.
Awesome.